Alright guys, so this is going to be a video, why should you watch Craig and the Creek? Now, this is going to be like, I want to say first impressions, but it's going to be like a review type of style. Well, because I already gave you my first impression because the first episode came out, but this is going to be a review of the first few episodes. It's a very good show. It's very lighthearted. The thing for Craig and the Creek, it reminds me when I was a kid. Because I didn't have iPhones, didn't have an iPod, didn't have fucking tablets, didn't have anything. I didn't have the video games back in the day. I had a Nintendo 64, but let's be honest here, no one can go online with that shit. PlayStation didn't come out to the late 90s. So, I mean, I was born in 92, so those past few years I had to go outside and play around, use my imagination, toys. We live in an age now, and it's funny how technology has just blew up so fast. Like, when we got to 2000s, everything just kind of went rapid fire with technology. It is a show that harpers back to the kids what they did back in the 90s. Because if you're young, most of my subscribers shouldn't be, or they're around my age or a little bit older, but there are some that are a little bit young. That's what I used to do. However, they do have iPhones and tablets in here, but again, it's pretty much the Creek. We had to use our imagination. We had to play around. There was a time where we had this metal pole. We call it some sword or whatever. We fought over shit. We fought over a damn tree that was about to fall the fuck down. We were about to fight over some damn moat that had so much shit in to the point that we would get sick. I remember I used to go outside all the damn time to the point where I was sick a lot. My mother was kind of like worried, like saying, are you okay? But I used to go outside all the time. I used to play. But I think it's because of other stuff too, because I remember at the time, I didn't take a lot of showers. I don't know why. I was at that age where I just didn't want to take showers. I don't know why. Until one girl told me I stinked, and I took a shower, and then she said, "You smell better." I said, "Good. Now, would you date me?" Yeah. Oh, back then, ladies and gentlemen, I was setting the seeds up so she could get the vitamins. Moving on, though. But, yeah, that's what we used to do. And this show is very good. Voice acting's good. I have my issues with the show. And, again, I have issues. Again, I'm a critic at sometimes with animation. My issues are not really that hard. It's more the fact of the animation, art style, it's too similar to Steven Universe. And that's the big problem with a lot of these shows today. They all feel similar. And I mean, that's why I'm not a big fan of the new cartoons as much as I was of the old cartoons. Because even the old cartoons, you could tell some of the style kind of looked the same. They all were drawn differently. They all looked differently. They all felt, different. And Cartoon Network did a very good job in that years ago. However, they don't care anymore, so they just don't give a fuck. 11 minutes don't do it for me. And again, you probably say, well, all the other shows were 11 minutes. They were, but they used to combine 11 minutes together, create 22-minute format type of shows, like Star Wars Force the Evil episodes were. I don't get that anymore. Cartoon Network doesn't do that anymore, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And when they do that, it's like, oh, that's a special episode. No, motherfuckers, you should have had this done every other episode. But I guess they want to save episodes and save money. It's stupid. And then 1 minute you watch the Craig and Creek for the first 11 minutes, they go straight to Teen Titans Go. That shit doesn't make sense to me. I don't like that concept. I never will like that concept. If you like it, more motherfucking power to you. It's just, that's my gripe with it. But the show is pretty good. I can relate to the main character, Craig. I can relate to their friends a little bit. It does remind me a little of Ed and Eddie, but I see a lot of Recess. I think Recess because especially the first episode for me, because the way they had, like, they were fighting in there, I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Recess a little bit. But if you talk about that one of Craig's friends, that big dude, that big long-headed dude, who sound like he came from the King of the Hill, that type of dude, King of the Hill, he does look like Ed. Now, I ain't gonna sit here like Ed, like the dumb one. That motherfucker does look like Ed. I ain't gonna lie, because I was sitting there like, yeah, that's Ed. He reminds me of Ed. I was waiting for him to say butter toes. I was really waiting for butter toes, But it's a very good show. I really recommend it. It harpers back to what I used to do as a kid, and it's just a fun show. Is it different from all the other shows? It is. Don't let other people tell you, say, oh, this show ain't nothing, because I've seen videos of people saying that, big YouTubers, which I don't give a fuck about him in a way. You can take his 94 ass and stick it straight up his ass. Because his style of animation, I get where he's coming from at times, but then sometimes I'm sitting there like, dude, you really don't get the concept of it until someone has to tell him and say, oh, I get it, but I don't like it. Which is like, dude, what he did to Welcome to Wayne's is I don't even want to talk about it. As always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have a business. Thank you for coming again to Teen Titans School. And have a Johnson D.